Hey guys, it's Dave and No Recipe Required, and welcome to the show. We're gonna do some ground beef. We're gonna do burgers today. I've got about 1.25 pounds or so of ground beef here. We're gonna do burgers for the family. I'm gonna get the big one because I'm the big guy in my family, and we're gonna do them out on the grill. I'm gonna show you how to make the perfect grilled burger. Two things I really want to focus on. One is making the burger in such a way so it doesn't shrink up on you. Oftentimes, you make them the size of the bun, you put them out on the grill, and they shrink up to like half the size of the bun. That's no good. We're going to keep ours nice and correctly sized. The other important thing is both seasoning and cooking. Kind of two things. I'm combining them in one. You want to make sure you get the right salt and pepper on the burger, and then you want to make sure you use the right cooking technique. Use good high heat. You don't press down the burgers. You flip them only once. You do that, they're going to come out perfect every time. Let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so when making our burgers, as I mentioned, I am the big guy in my family. My wife and my kids don't nearly eat the burgers that I do, so you're going to see a couple small guys on there. But for me, a good sized burger is about 6 or so ounces of meat, which is about what this is. I've also got right over here, I've got the bun that we're going to be eating the burger on. And I like to, kind of have an idea of how big the bun is because I want the burger to match the bun. I pull it all together, put it in a little ball, and then just start working the ball down into a flat burger. I like them about 1 inch or so thick. And if they're splitting on the edges, I kind of seal them a little bit, but this is where you don't want to work it too much. You do want to get the burger just a little bit bigger than the bun. You obviously don't want to touch the raw meat to the bun, but you can use it roughly to size. And then to help make sure that the burger doesn't shrink up on us, what you do is just put a little dimple right in the middle. Okay, press down, you got a little divot in there, and that is actually going to help make sure that it doesn't shrink up too much. I think this is the perfect size. I make them cold and then let them sit out for about 20 minutes or so before we're going to cook it off, and that's also when we're going to hit it with some salt and pepper. All right, so we've got our burgers now made, and I've let them sit out for about half an hour or so. I like a good room temperature burger, and I've got this nice handy dandy spray bottle of olive oil. I'm going to take that. I'm going to coat both sides of the burgers with oil, and then liberally season with salt and with fresh ground black pepper. Go pretty liberal because, again, a good amount of seasoning is going to come off. I'm going to flip it over, do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to come back and do my pepper because I've got a meaty hand and don't want to touch the pepper mill with it. But we're going to do that. We're going to season them both sides, and then we're going to cook them off. I've already got my grill preheated. It's going as hot as it can get. Alright, so this is a grill, shockingly. I've had the cover down, I've had the grill on for about 15 minutes or so. Got it nice and hot. I've got our seasoning on our burger, and it's that olive oil plus the hot grill that's going to get us good hard sear on the burger. I'm going to go ahead and lay it down. I'm not going to touch it, I'm not going to press it, I'm not going to do anything with it. That little dimple right in the middle, it's collecting some olive oil. That's going to help prevent it from shrinking up. I'm just going to close the grill, I'm going to walk away and let it go for about 4 minutes. Alright, so I haven't touched our burger for 5 minutes or so. You can see it definitely got plump, but that little what do you call it, dimple, held everything together. That's the beautiful crust that we're looking at, getting. You can see the grill marks there as well. I'm just going to leave it go for about a minute, then we're going to come back and I got to put some cheese on this burger. Alright, so about 70%, 75% of our cooking was done on that first side. So it's not going to take long on the second one. I'm going 2 slices of little cheddar, little Gouda. And it's going to take about the same amount of time to get the cheese melted as toasting the bun. You got to be really careful with the bun. It can go pretty darn quick. We're just going to lay it down. You might even throw the bun up on this second layer here. And I'm going to close the lid. That cheese is going to melt in about 45 seconds to a minute. Alright, so you can see our cheese now is melted. You got to melt the cheese on a cheeseburger. Our bun has a little char on it. We're going to go ahead and take the burger off and just let it rest for about 2 minutes or so before we plate it up. Alright guys, so use your condiments of choice, of course. This is our perfectly grilled burger. See how it fits the bun absolutely perfectly. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of lettuce on the bottom here. And that bottom is going to keep that bun dry. Then we'll do a slice of tomato, a little bit of the red onion, a couple pickles, and I think we are good to go with our topper. That is our perfectly grilled burger. Remember that dimple, some good seasoning, some high heat, and of course, don't press it, don't monkey with it, don't do anything with it, but let it cook. I'll see you next time on No Recipe Required. Alright, so that's my version of a perfect grilled burger. You gotta make sure that burger is right sized for the bun. You gotta fit it right, put that dimple in there so it doesn't shrink up on you. Use a hot grill. You only need to flip it once. Make sure you get some melted cheese on there and enjoy it. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time on No Recipe Required.